Hi ladies, it's Crystal signing in today to do episode number 6 of TTW. So here we go. 3 questions for this week. First one is things that you purchased this week that you probably shouldn't have purchased. Number 2, movies that make you cry every time. And number 3, if you had to teach something, what would it be? So here goes. Things that I have purchased that I probably shouldn't have. I've been thinking about this one, and I really can't think of anything that I've purchased that I probably shouldn't have. I'm not really a big spender. I don't buy a lot of things that I don't need. So, yeah. I mean, if anything, it was probably like fast food or something. Like, we probably shouldn't have gotten fast food. Probably should have eaten at home. But that's all I can think about. I didn't really buy much of anything this week. So, that's it for question number 1. And question number 2, movies that make you cry every time. And I guess there's like a limit of 5. So, I have a few. And first off, I'll name the very first movie that, well, I guess maybe it's my favorite movie, I guess you could say, of movies that if I really need to cry, I can watch this movie and cry every single time. And that is, hey! My dogs. By the way, I'm dog sitting right now. My dad has moved and is kind of like transitioning in between places. So, I'm watching his dog, Missy, who is probably like 8 or 9. And then I have his fish tank. So I'm fish and dog sitting. But now that means I have 5 dogs in my house. 5 dogs. It's kind of, I mean, she's not a big dog or anything. And luckily, like, my three of my dogs are little and one is like a medium-sized dog. And then Missy is also a medium-sized dog. So anyways, sorry, I just totally got distracted there. So movies that made me cry. Number 1 movie is Beaches, and that has Bette Midler and Barbara Hershey, and it is it's a movie about friendship, best friends. It's fabulous. I love it. I watch it with my best friend and we cry together when we watch it. Of course, drinking wine and stuff like that. So that's definitely one that makes me cry. I also cry at Steel Magnolias. I love that one. It's definitely a crier. I always cry in Armageddon. I love that movie. I think it's super sweet, romantic. Let's see. I do always cry in the movie Sense and Sensibility. Now, it's not like a crying movie per se. It's not one that like is definitely going to make you cry. But this particular movie, there are basically two love stories going on. And at the end of it, there's always just this one scene where I just get tears, It's not like I'm so sad. It's just tears of happiness that I get from watching this particular scene, and I just think it's beautiful. And so it's not like a sad cry. Like I said, it's a happy cry that I get in that movie, and so I really like that one. And I guess the last one I'll say is that I always cry when I watch the movie The Help. And some of you may know, some of you may not know, but that movie, one of the characters in it has actually gone through miscarriages. She's had several of them. And they don't go into like full extreme detail about her story, but they do touch on that subject, that she has suffered miscarriages and feels different than the other women around her because of this. And in the movie, she winds up having a miscarriage, and it's just such an emotional scene for me. Like, I think I will always cry at that scene because I've experienced that and I felt that and I know exactly how it feels. And so yeah, it's that one all the time. And it's like when I first ever watched the movie, I wasn't expecting that scene. And I mean, I'm glad I had actually been watching it by myself because I bawled like a baby. I mean, I thought, wow, this movie made a scene that felt so real and not cheesy and not, I don't know, because miscarriage isn't really in a lot of movies. Infertility, yes, maybe, not really, but so I don't know. I just thought that the way they did it in the movie was beautiful. It really was. I thought it was amazing how they did that. But yeah, so those are my movies that make me cry. I think I said Beaches, The Help, Steel Magnolias, Armageddon, and Sense and Sensibility. Those all make me cry. So my third question is, if you could teach anything or teach something, what would it be? And I would teach, I really am like leaning along the lines of science and or history, but I really think, okay, so history would be a lot of fun to teach. I think history, and I'm sorry, I would want to teach the truth, not some bullshit story somebody put in a history book and said, oh, that's history. I would teach the truth, like things that really happened. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I wouldn't sugarcoat anything to make my students feel more comfortable. In fact, I would want them to feel that uncomfortableness of, oh God, people did that, you know, like, I don't know. I think that, anyways, I'm getting off on a whole other tangent here. So I'm just going to say, I would probably want to teach, history would be fun to teach, but I also have like, thinking about this now, I would want to teach like science. And not necessarily science of like life science or, you know, rocks and geology and stuff like that. I think I would really want to, I wish that I could understand better like astrological physics and quantum physics. And I wish that I was able to understand it in a better way so that I could explain it to other people who are like me, who don't understand it necessarily. Like, this is the deal. My husband and I get into all these really, really deep discussions about stuff like that. And I feel like over time I've begun to understand a lot more of stuff that we talk about, and a lot more in that whole area of science and physics and the universe and all of that kind of stuff. And so the thing, I guess what I'm saying is that when he talks about it and we watch stuff about it, I get it. Like, I totally get it. I understand it, and I can see and I can fathom and I just understand it. But when you try to take all of that you're seeing and then explain it to someone else so that they understand it just the same way, it's like impossible. I mean, science is like super, it can be very complicated, and I think that's why people discount science so often, is that it's so far out there sometimes and so outlandish that it seems impossible, and it's like, oh, you know, whew. So, I don't know. I wish that I could teach it in a more understanding way to people, because I think if more people understood our universe and science and everything else around us, I think that we would understand the world better and the earth better. And anyways, I am going crazy here. So that is it for TTW number 5, or number 6. That's it for TTW number 6. Yeah, so I will let you all go, and I'm probably going to do another video here very soon. I'll see you all later. Bye.